8 daily habits that open the door to God's financial blessing. In a world where financial stress often dominates our thoughts, bills piling up, unexpected expenses arising, or the pressure to keep up, it's easy to view money as a source of anxiety rather than a tool for greater purpose. Yet Jesus spoke more about money than almost any other topic, reminding us that how we handle it reveals our hearts and invites God's favor. As Pastor Rick Warren teaches, money is on loan from God. It's a test of faith, a measure of gratitude, and an opportunity to honor Him. When managed according to biblical principles like being trustworthy in little things to be entrusted with much, Luke 16:10, refusing to serve both God and money, Matthew 6:24, and recognizing that life does not consist in the abundance of possessions, Luke 12:15, we position ourselves for true blessing. This essay explores 8 daily habits, inspired by Pastor Warren's message, that cultivate faithful stewardship and lead to God's financial blessing. Trusting God as our source, working as worship, tracking finances diligently, tithing, saving wisely, repaying debt intentionally, budgeting purposefully, and living with contentment and generosity. The journey begins with the foundational habit of trusting God as your true source and supply, shifting dependence from jobs or economies to Him. As Proverbs 16:3 urges, commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established. And Romans 11:36 affirms that from Him and through Him and to Him are all things. Pastor Warren emphasizes that God, not our paycheck, is the ultimate provider. When we daily reaffirm this truth through prayer and surrender, anxiety lessens and faith grows. This trust sets the tone for everything else, creating space for gratitude rather than fear. Building on that trust, we treat our daily work as an act of worship, doing it enthusiastically as for the Lord. Colossians 3:23. God blesses diligence, integrity, planning, focus, and persistence. Proverbs 10:4, 16:11, while laziness or unethical shortcuts invite hardship. By viewing tasks, whether in an office, home, or elsewhere, as offerings to God, we infuse ordinary efforts with eternal meaning and open doors for His provision. Closely tied to this is the practical discipline of keeping good records and tracking your finances closely. Proverbs 27:23-24 advises, be sure you know the condition of your flocks, for riches do not endure forever. Knowing your income, debts, assets, and spending patterns prevents surprises and enables wise decisions. This habit of awareness reflects responsibility over what God has entrusted, turning vague worries into clear, manageable steps. Central to inviting blessing is giving the first 10%, the tithe back to God as an act of honor and faith. Proverbs 3:9. 10 promises to honor the Lord with your wealth and with the first fruits of all your produce. Then your barns will be filled with plenty. Malachi 3:10 invites us to test God in this, assuring overflowing blessing. Pastor Warren highlights that tithing demonstrates priority, gratitude, and trust, placing God first before personal needs. With the first fruits given, the wise next step is to save and invest thoughtfully for the future. Proverbs 21:20 notes, the wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down. And Proverbs 13:11 adds that wealth gained hastily dwindles, while gathered little by little increases. Asking, do I really need, curbs impulse, allowing gradual building of security and generosity. For many, freedom comes through setting up a repayment plan to escape debt's bondage. Romans 13:8 instructs, owe no one anything, and Proverbs 3:27 encourages paying what is owed when possible. A common biblical rhythm Pastor Warren suggests, give 10% first, save intentionally, then live on the remaining portion, around 80%, directing extras toward debts. This intentional path replaces pressure with progress. Guiding it all is budgeting, planning, spending in advance so money serves your values. Proverbs 21:5 observes, the plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. Deciding ahead where funds go prevents waste and aligns finances with kingdom priorities. Finally, these habits culminate in contentment and generosity. Enjoying what you have while being rich in good deeds, generous and willing to share. 1 Timothy 6:18. True blessing flows not from accumulation but from using resources to help others and advance God's work, turning money into a tool for eternal impact. In summary, these 8 daily habits: trusting God as source, worshiping through work, tracking diligently, tithing, saving wisely, repaying debt, budgeting purposefully, and embracing contentment with generosity work together as a complete rhythm of stewardship. Partial obedience limits the flow, but seeking first his kingdom, Matthew 6:33, invites full blessing. As Pastor Rick Warren reminds us, when we handle faithfully, God entrusts more, not for selfish gain, to bless others and glorify him. May you experience his peace, provision, and joy as you practice these habits daily, knowing every resource is his and every act of faithfulness opens wider the windows of heaven.